Hello guys, welcome to another video. This one is paper 1-1 of May and June 2010. Let's go on to question number 1. Here we have two fractions, and as you can see the base are different, so we have to find the LCM, which is 2 times 9, and then we cross multiply. 1 times 9 is 9, plus 2 times 2 is 4. Simplify. 9 plus 4 will be 13, and this will be 18. So 13 over 18. Part B, we have divide. We have to change divide into multiply. So this remains the same. This will be, we have 9 over 11 here. This will become 11 over 9. 22 over 27. This will be your answer for part B. Now for question number 2, we have 10 minus 8 divided by 2 plus 3. So we have to follow the rules of BODMAS. We have to do first, we have to do division, then do the rest. So 8 divided by 2 will be 4. 10 minus 4 is 6. 6 plus 3 will be 9. Now find 20% of 60. So 20% of 60, now will be 0, will be 8. So your answer is 8 centimeters for part B. Question number 3. Sarah carries out a survey of the colors of car in a car park. She draws a pie chart to represent her results. So part A, there are 7 cars. The angle representing the red car will be 40. What is the total number of cars in the park? So there are 7 red cars. So 7 red cars is 40 degrees. So we have to find the total number of cars, which is 360 degrees, will be 7 divided by 40 times 360. That will be 9. 9 times 7 will be 63. Part B. Sarah's pie chart is a circle with circumference 28 centimeter. So 2 pi r is 28. Now, find in terms of r the diameter of the circle. So r is 28 divided by 2 pi. That will be 14. So 14 over pi is the radius. Diameter is equal to 2 times radius. So 2 times 14 over pi. That will be back to 28 over pi. So your answer here will be for 28 over pi centimeter for the diameter of the circle. Now question number 4. Ed goes on a car journey. The first 60 km is 45 minutes. The remaining 20 takes 30 minutes. So we have 2 parts. The first part is 60 km, and this is 20 km. The first part take 3/4 of an hour, and the last part take half an hour. Okay, so find the average speed in kilometers per hour. So average speed equal to total distance divided by total time. So distance in kilometer will be this plus this, that will be 80, that is kilometer. Hour will be 3/4, so 3/4 plus half, that will be 3 plus 2 over 4, that will be 5 over 4. So 5 over 4 hours. So simplify. 80 divided by 5 times 4, that will becomes 5 here. That's 1, 6. So 16 times 4, 24, 64. So 16 times 4 will be 64. It means that the speed will be 64 km per hour. That will be question number 4. Question number 5. The bearing of a lighthouse from a ship S, the ship S is here, is 220. The position of S is marked on the diagram. Which of the 4 points is the lighthouse? So let's find out. If you continue this line downwards, So usually this angle here, that will be 180. So it would not be A or B, it will be this part. So what is the angle here remaining should be? So let's find out what is, so this is 180. So let's do 220 minus 180, that will be what? 40, right? So it will be 40 extra on this side. 40 will be on this one, on the point C. So this angle here will be 220. So the point C will be the lighthouse. Now part B, write down the bearing of S from the lighthouse. So the bearing of S from the lighthouse. So we have to find, this is the north. So we have to find this angle. This angle equal to this angle, which is 40. This will be 40 as well. So your answer will be 40 degrees. Now question number 6, solve this one. We send the x over here. We will have 6x minus 2x less than 9 plus 5. 4x less than 14, x less than 14, divided by 4, simplify will be 7 over 2. So x then less than 7 over 2. Now part B, write down the largest integer which satisfies this inequality. So this is the same as the above one. It needs to be less than 7 over 2. 7 over 2 is what? 3.5. So anything less than 3.5, we have 3, 2, 1, keeps going on. So write down the largest integer, it will be this, 3. Question number 7, given that n is an integer and n is more than 1, decide whether each statement in the table is true or false. So n is an integer, is more than 1. If you write false, give an example to justify your decision. That says n cube is more than 1. The answer is true. So true. Because if n is more than 1, n can be 2, 3, 4, 5. So anything cube will be bigger than 1. That makes sense. And here we have 1 divided by n will be bigger than 1 divided by n squared. That is true as well. Because n squared on the positive numbers, it's always bigger, which makes this one smaller. So this one will always be greater than this number. How about this one? N minus 1 times n plus is always odd. So this one can be false. We have to provide an example. Let's put false. So example, let's choose 2 values of n in this to give us an even value. So we can choose, the first one we choose number 4. So we can choose 4. If you put 4 here, that becomes 4 minus 1 times 7. 4 plus 3 is 7. So that will be 21. 21 is, it's odd, always odd. Tricky. Let's try a different one. So we try, let's try this one. Take 5. So 5 minus 1 and 5 plus 3, it is 4 times 8, which that will be 32. So 32 is not odd, so this will be your answer. So you take n equal to 5. So this is false. So you can take n equal to 5, you get this answer. You prove that it is not always odd. So this you can take it out. This was just testing, but you can see for the value of n equal to 5, you get 32, which is not odd. Now question number 8, the ratio of Syed age and his mother is Syed and mother. Syed is 14 years old, so 2 represents 14 years old. The mother will be 14 divided by 2 times 7, that will be 49. 49 years. Now part B, the ratio of Fatima's age to her father's, Fatima and father's, is 3:8. Their total ages is 66, so we have how many shares? 3 plus 8, that will be 11 shares in total. So 11 shares represents 66. How old is Fatima? Fatima has 3 shares, that will be 66 divided by 11 times 3. That will be 6 times 3 will be 18. 18 years for the age. Number 9, pencils are packed in a box. Each pencil has a diameter of 7 mm. Correct to the nearest mm, so nearest 1 millimeters. So now write down the lower bound of the diameter of a pencil. So first thing, you have to write the measurement. Plus minus, you take this, 1 divided by 2. That will be 7.5 or 6.5. So lower bound will be 6.5 mm. Now part B, find the smallest width of a box that can always hold 8 pencils. It means that we need to have a box that can always hold these pencils. These pencils can have this or this as the diameters. So how do you know you can always hold them? You have to find the maximum width possible of the box to hold this pencil. So you have to take the upper bound of the pencil's diameter, which is 7.5 mm. Now we have 8 pencils, to do 8 times 7.5, that will be 40, and that will be 60. So your answer is 60 mm. Now converting this to centimeters, that will be 6, because 1 centimeter is 10 mm. So 60 mm will be 6 centimeters. So this is the width of a box, so that it can always hold 8 pencils side by side, because these pencils, it can come in this side or this size. So let's assume it come in this size, and by having this assumption, we can always hold the pencils inside the box. So that will be question number 9. So 2 times 6 is 12. Here we have 2 decimal place, here we have 1, so we have 3 in total. Over here, the answer will be 0.012. Now 3 divided by 0.01, we have to move 2 zeros, so we add 2 zeros here, become 300 over 1, that will be 300. Now for this one, 27, we know that 3 power 3 is 27, so 3 power 3 replacing in that equation, that will be 3 power 1, that will be 3. Question number 11. The diagram shows 2 circles. We have both with center O. So we have a small circle here and a big circle. Now, CD is the diameter of the small circle, AB is the diameter of the big circle. Now, using congruent triangles, show that BD equal to AC. So BD, where's BD? BD equal to AC. So how can you show this? You can show that this and this side are the same, and this angle are the same, so that this side have to be the same. So from what you can see here, since these 2 angles are vertically opposite, this will be equal to this. So the first point is angle A. So in triangles AOC and triangle DOB. So first part is angle AOC is equal to angle DOB. Why? Because they are vertically opposite to each other. So that's the first thing. Now we know that this is the AB is the diameter of the big circle, which means that this and this are the same. So let's write down AO is equal to OB, because they are radius of same circle. Right. And then as you can see, CO is same as OC because they are radius of same circle as well. So write down CO is equal to OD because they are radius of same circle. So if you know this side and this side, and you know this angle are the same, so this one will be the same. So once you prove these 3 points, you have shown that thus ABD equal to AC by congruent triangles. Okay, so 3 points will be for 3 marks. That is question 11. Question number 12. In the diagram, the region R is bounded by the lines AB, BC, CD, and DA. So we have these lines which define the region R. Part A, write down the coordinates of the midpoint of AB. So what is the point A? A is 0, 5. What is the point B? 3, 8. So midpoint will be 3 over 2, and 8 plus 15 will be 13. So 13 over 2. That's the midpoint of the line AB. Now, the region R is defined by 4 inequalities. One of these is this one. So this is positive gradient. It means the line is going up. So which line is going up? I have only one line which is going up, which means this is the line y equal to x plus 5, and the rest will be, what is this line? This straight line will be x equal to 3, and this one will be y equal to 4, and this one is x equal to 0, this straight line. So let's begin with this one. It needs to be on the right hand side of this one. It will be x more than 0, and then it needs to be above this line, so it will be y, and the last one, it needs to be less than this one, so it will be x less than 3. That is your answer for question number 12. Question number 13. 2 families ordered 3 basic food items from their local shops. Joan family ordered 1 bag of sugar, 4 cartons of milk, 3 loaves of bread. The Singh family ordered no sugar, 3 milk, and 5 bread. So that's the Jones family, and that's the Singh family from what you observe in the text above. Now, the cost of a bag of sugar is 80 cents. That's sugar, and 50 cents for the milk, and last one will be bread. Find BA. So let's do BA. BA will be 80, 50, 40 times 143,035. So row by column. So 1 times 80 will be 80, plus 50 times 4 will be 200, plus that will be 120. And then the next one will be 80 times 0 is 0. That will be 150, plus 200. Simplify. What do we get? So here we have 80 plus 120 will be 200. So that will be 400 plus 350. So not plus. So this is your answer. This is for Jones and this is for Singh. Your answer is 400 and 350. So now what does the matrix BA represent? It represents the so I'd say ordered basic food shops. So the money, the costs of food bought by each family, or you can say by, this represent the total cost of food bought by Jones and Singh family respectively. Okay, that is question 13. Moving on to question 14, we have Ida keeps a record of time spent on internet each day. Her results are summarized in this table below. So here we have to draw a histogram. So we have to find the frequency density, which is frequency divided by class width. So what is the class width? 10 minus 0 is 10. That will be 20, 30, 40, and 20. Frequency is 4, so 4 divided by 10, that will be 0.4. For frequency density, that will be 1. So what is 39 divided by 30? That will be 13 over 10. That will be 1.3. So 1.3 for this one. 32 divided by 40. Divided by 4 up and down, we have 8 over 10 will be 0.8. And the last one will be 6 divided by 20. So 6 divided by 20 divided by 2, we have 3. 10, that will be 0.3. Okay, so these are the values for frequency density of each class. So first class is 0, 10. That will be 0.4. So 0, 10, 0.4 will be this one. That's the first class. Let's join the points to form the first histogram. Then we have the class 10, 30, that will be 1. So 10, 30 is here, that will be 1. And the next class will be 30 to 60, 39. So 30 to 60, and the value is 1.3. My bad. 1.3 will be here. So let's join these 2 points. And we have this one, 60 to 100, 0.8. So 60 to 100, 0.8 will be here and here. And for the last class, we have 100 to 120 will be 0.3. So this one, 0.3 will be between these two. So that will be the last histogram for this class. Okay, and that's it for question number 14. Moving on to question number 15. Ahmed goes shopping. Part A. In a shop, he buys shorts for this much, and he buys a shirt for this much. How much is spent altogether? So we have to add both to find the amount he spent altogether. So 4 plus 7 is 11. Now we have 9 plus 9 will be 18. That will be 10, so it becomes 40. He spent 40, 81. Now part B. In another shop, he buys 15 postcards for 46 cents each, which is $0.6 each. Find the total cost in dollars of the postcards. So let's find out. 0.46 times 15. So 6 times 5 is 30. 4 times 5 is 20 plus 3. That will be 23. 6, that will be 1, 4. So we have 0, 9, 6. 2 decimal place, we have 2. That will be $649. Now for part 2, the rate of exchange between pounds and dollars is this to this. Calculate the total cost of postcards in pounds. So the cost of postcards was 6.9. We know that $250 is equal to 1 pound. So what is 6.9? 6.9 will be 1 divided by 250 times 690. So it will be 6.90 divided by 2.90. So this can go away. We just have to move one decimal place here. That will move one here. We'll have 69 divided by 25. So let's do this. We can times this by 4 and times this by 4. So what is this by 4? 69 times 4 will be 36, 27. That will be 27.6 over 100. So that will be 2.76 pounds. The answer will be 2.76 pounds for part 2. Question number 16. Dai played 3 games of cricket. So 3 games. So we know games is 1, 2, and 3. Right. Now his mean score is 9 runs. So how do you find mean? Mean is 9 runs. Usually you have to find the sum divided by number of games, which is 3 equal to 9. So sum is equal to 27. If you times 3 times 9 will be 27. So we don't know how many runs he has here. This is the number of runs. So we don't know how many runs he had in each game. So we just write X, Y, and Z. But we know the sum of these 3 is 27. So we write down X plus Y plus D. That will be 27. Now his median score is 8 runs. So how do you find median? So you have median is given as 8 runs. Median you have to find, you have to plus the number of games, which is 3 plus 1. So we have 3 games, we have to plus 1, divide by 2, that will be the second game. It means that his second game is equal to 8 runs. So this one is 8 runs, which means our equation will be X plus 8 plus Z equal to 27. So X plus Z will be 27 minus 8, that will be 19. That is equation number 1. Okay, so moving on to this one. His highest score was 7 more than his lowest score. So highest, lowest, highest minus X will be 7. That's the difference between their 2 scores. So here we have equation number 2. So we have to solve this 2 to find the values of X and Z. So X, let's make this X subject, becomes Z minus 7. Now replace this X in this first equation. Let's do it here. We have Z minus 7 plus Z equal to 19. Now Z plus Z will be 2Z. 19 plus 7, that will be 26. So Z equal to 26 divided by 2, that will be 13. And value of X will be 13 minus 7, that will be 6. So 6. So the number of runs that we have, X will be 6, 8, and 13. This is your answers for part A. Now for part B, Dai batted a 4th game, so game number 4 now. The mean of his four scores was now 11 runs. So the new mean is 11 runs. So how do you find mean? You have to do sum divided by number of games, which is 4 now, equal to 11. So sum will be equal to 44 runs. So as you can see, previously we had 27 runs. So now it is 44. So we have to find the number of runs in the 4th game. So that will be 3. 10 minus 7 will be 3 plus 4, that will be 7. 1. So in the 4th game he made 17 runs. And that will be question number 16. For 17 we have y is inversely proportional to x square, which is y equal to k over x square. Now we have these 2 values. We can find the value of k. K is equal to y times x square. So k is equal to y is 4, x square is 3 square, which is 4 times 9, which is 36. So formula in terms will be y equal to 36 divided by x square. Now part B, find the value of p. P will be here. So we have to replace x as 2 to find the value of P. So P is y, x is 2 square, that will be 36 divided by 4, that will be 9. Value of P will be 9. Now find the two values of Q. Q is when x equal to Q and y equal to 1. So let's replace. Equation is, this is the main equation. We say x equal to Q when y equal to 1. So let's find out. So we have 1 equal to 36 x squared. So x squared equal to 36. X equal to plus minus square root of 36 will be plus minus 6. So minus 6 or plus 6 will be the two values of Q. That is question number 17. Moving on to 18. Now we have AB is parallel to EC. So EC is this line, AB is this line. Now we have D is a point on EC such that ED is EA. So these two are the same, which means this angle and this are the same. This is also 65, which means this will be, let's do the math, that will be this minus this. 0. 17 minus 12 will be 5. 50. Okay, so here we have those two angles here. So question part 1, find the angle AEB, AEBD, that will be 50. Find angle DAB, DAB, find this angle. So since this line is the same as this line, so this angle will be equal to this angle. So it will be 65. And what's next? Find the angle BCD. BCD, find this angle. So how can we find this angle? Pretty easy. If you continue this line, so this angle here will be the same as this angle here, and this angle here will be the same as this one. So what is this angle? This will be 180. Sorry. So if you continue this line and this line, this angle will be the same as this one. So what is this angle? This will be 180 minus 135. So we have 7, 10, 5, 4. This will be 45. So 45 is BCD. Last one, reflex ABC. So ABC, find this angle, reflex. So since you know this already, this is 45 and this is 180. So what is this? It will be 180 plus 45, 522. 225 will be the answer. Now question number 12. Some data about two planets, Earth and Mars, is shown below. Now, how much greater is the average temperature on Earth than that on Mars? So we have temperatures, find the difference of temperatures. So minus minus become plus. 15 plus 63, that will be 878. Now part B, write down the volume of Mars in standard form. So Mars is here, volume is this one, so it is 162,123 times million, 10 power 6. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1.62 times 10 power 5 times 10 power 6. So that will be 1.62 times 10 power 11 for your answer. Now part C, calculate the difference in mass between the Earth and Mars, giving your answer in standard form. So mass between Earth and Mars, so let's find out. Earth is 5.898 times 10 power 21 minus 6.58 times 10 minus 20 for Mars. Here you see the power is different, so we have to send 1 0 here. We get 59.8 times 10 power 20 minus 6.58 times 10 power 20. So now the power is the same. We can take this minus this. So 59.8 minus 6.58. What do we have? 7, 10, 2, 2. That will be 53. That will be 53.22 times 10 power 20. So in standard form, it will be 5.322 times 10 power 21. So 5.322 times 10, 21 tons. That will be question number 19. Moving on to question number 20. So in the diagram, we have AC, this is the line AC, and BD intersect at X. We have triangle ABX. ABX is similar to triangle CDX. CDX. So these two are similar to each other, which means the angles are the same. Now, question part 1. Find the ratio of the area of triangle ABX and the area of triangle CDX. So how do you find that? You have to find the ratio of the sides first. So this angle is equal to this angle. So the side corresponding to this angle is 2, and the side corresponding to this one will be 5. So the ratio of the sides will be 2 to 5. That is the sides, which is centimeters. Now if you want to compare area, it is centimeter square for unit of area. So how do you convert this to this? You have to square this. So you have to square, that will be 25, 4. The ratio will be 4 to 25. Now, find the ratio of area ABX to triangle BCX. So to this one, BCX. So how do you find this one? So as we see that triangle ABX, it is part of triangle ABC. So they both have the same height. They both have the same height h. So what is the area of triangle? Sorry, so if you want to find the area of triangle ABX, you have to take the base of 2 and the same height. But if you want to find the area of triangle XBC, it will be the same height but the base is 2. So the ratio will be the ratio of these two. So it will be 2 to 5. And then last one will be CD. What is CD? CD will be this length. How do you find this length? So this angle here is equal to this angle here. This is opposite to this, which means we have to do this by proportionality. So at first, as you can see, we have this angle, corresponding side was 2, and the same angle is this one, corresponding side was 5 over 5, equal to this angle, that will be 3, over this angle, that will be CD. So CD is equal to 3 times 5 divided by 2, that will be 7.5. So answer here will be 7.5. That is question 20. Moving on to question number 21. Write down in terms of n an expression for the nth term. So we have to observe what's happening. So here it is decreasing by 3. So minus 3, minus 3, minus 3. So we have to write down 3 minus 3n just like that. So the first term is 19. Right? First term is 19. And second term will be 16. So how would you write this? So you have to deduce from observation. if you are minus 3 every single time, at first, the first term is if n is equal to 1, here you have minus 3. But your answer needs to be 19 for the first term. So you have to add how much? You have to add 22. So let's try. So if it is, now it will be 22 minus 3n for the nth term. So we have to test if that is correct or not. So Tn will be 22 minus 3n. If n equal to 2, what do you get? 22 minus 6. That will be what? That will be 16. That is okay. Now if n equal to 3, so we have 22 minus 9. That will be 13, so which is good as well. And then let's test this one as well. What do we have? Let's try when n equal to 4. We have 22 minus 12. That will be 10. So it is good. So which means this is the good equation. So Tn will be 22 minus n. So and the way you derive this will be, you first check what is the common difference between each term. It is minus 3. You write down minus 3n, and then you see if n equal to 1, here you have minus 3. But the real answer is minus 19. So how much you have to change minus 3 to get this? You have to plus 22. So here you plus 22 as well. So your nth term becomes this. That was part A. Part B, 4 is 2 square as well, minus 5y square. So this will be 2x minus 5y, 2x plus 5y. Now part 2, we have this one. So we can try to see which is common. 5 is common here, and we have a as common, so x minus a. Then here what do we have? We have, let's take minus out. We have 2 common. We will have x minus a. So this and this are the same. It becomes x minus a and 5a minus 2. So your answer will be x minus a, 5a minus 2. That will be question number 21. Question number 22. A worker leaves his house at 10 and walks towards a shopping center at a constant speed of 5. Now a cyclist leaves the same house 10 minutes later, so he leaves at 10. He leaves at 10:10 because he leaves at 10 minutes later. Now he travels along the same road at a constant speed of 20 km per hour until he reaches the shopping center, which is 6 km. So what is the time he takes to reach? He travels at, in 20 km, that is 1 hour. So 6 km will be 1 divided by 20 times 6. So he will take, let's do by 2. We have 3 over 10 times 60. So we times 60 because we have to find in terms of minutes. That's why we times 60, because 3 over 10 is in terms of hour, because we don't know how much is that exactly. So we times 60 to find that in terms of minutes. That will be 18 minutes. It means that he traveled this distance in 18 minutes. Now, the cyclist stops at a shopping center for 14 minutes. He then returns to the house on the same road at a constant speed of 20 km per hour. Same speed. So you will take another 18 minutes to get back home. Part 1. The distance time graph for the walker is drawn below. That's the walker in a straight line, constant speed. On the same axis, draw the distance time graph for the cyclist. So cyclist leaves at 10:10. He leaves at this time. That's the first point. And then he goes at a speed of 20 km per hour, and he will, which is 6 km from the house. So 6 km will be on this line. 6 km will be this line. And what time? After 18 minutes. So let's count. So 10:10 plus 18 will be 10:28 will be this point. So he reaches the mall at this point. So that will be the first. That's the first of his journey. Now what happens? He waits for 14 minutes. So 10:28 plus 14. So let's do that. 10:28 plus 14 minutes. We have 2, 1, 4, 10:42 becomes here. So 10:42 will be this point. Okay, and now he returns back at the same speed, so he will take another 18 minutes to get back home. So let's find out what time. So plus 18, time will be 0, 6, that will be 11. So 11, he gets back home. So this is the graph for the cyclist. Question part B. This time when the cyclist, so find the time when the cyclist on his return journey meets the walker. So here, what is this time? This will be 42, 45, 46, 48. He meets the walker at time 10:48. Now find the distance from the house when this meeting takes place. So distance from the house is this to this point. This is 4, this is 0, so 4 minus 0 will be 4 km. Okay, that is your question number 22. Okay, question number 23. A stone is thrown vertically upwards from the ground so that its height above the ground after t seconds is this much meters. Okay, that is okay. Not a big deal here. This one, show that the values of t when the stone is 15 meters above the ground satisfy the equation this. So values of t will be, so we have to show that this is the equation that we get. (15 meters above the ground). So let's use this formula here. It says its height above the ground, the height is, equation is 20 t minus 5t squared. Now it says when the stone is 15 meters, that will be 15 equal to 20t minus 5t squared. Divide by 5 everywhere we have 3 equal to 4t minus t squared. Replace, we have t squared minus 4t plus 3 equal to 0. So same as shown here. So the only thing we need to do is to replace the height above the ground by 15 equal to this equation, then we get this answer. Now part 2, find the values of t when this. So solve this equation. So we have to do, this is t times t, and 3 is 3 times 1 minus minus. So it becomes t equal to 1 and t equal to 3. So 1, 3 will be your answers for t. Now find the value of t when the stones hit the ground. So when h equal to 0. So same thing here. We have to use the equation again, which is 20t 5t squared equal to 0 when the height above ground is 0. So factorize minus 5t equal to 0. So that is t equal to 0 and 5t equal to 20. T will be equal to 4. So we take t equal to 4 when the height is 0. This is question number 23. Question number 24. Part A, solve the equation. So first we expand the brackets. So we have 5 minus 6x plus 2 equal to 2x plus 1. So we send x over here. We have 8x equal to 5 plus 2 is 7 minus 1 will be 6. X will be 6 over 8, which is 3 over 4. So 3 over 4 is your answer for part A. Part 2, find the value of t. So first we cross multiply. We have 8 times 15t. T will be 8 divided by 15. So 8 divided by 15 will be your answer. This one is 1. This one is 2. Let's solve. So 5x minus 2y equal to 16. So 5x equal to 16 plus 2y. So x equal to 16 plus 2y divided by 5. That's the first equation. Now replace back in the equation. We have 2x, which is 16 plus 2y divided by 5 minus 3y equal to 13. Now multiply 5 everywhere to get rid of this 5. So 2, 16, 2y minus 15y equal to 65. That will be 32 plus 4y minus 15y equal to 65. This will be minus 11y, and 65 minus 32, that will be 33. So y will be minus 3. Value of x will be 16 plus 2 times minus 3, which is minus 6, divided by 5, which is 10 divided by 5, which is 2. So x will be 2 and y is minus 3. So this is question number 24. That was the last question of this paper. Once again, thank you for watching, and leave a comment down if you have a question. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.